Yes, in the spring.
Alright, welcome back. In today's episode, we said that we were going to talk about life activities, and I think that it's a bigger story about how all three of us...
Well, I didn't say the name of the class, but it's the best class we were ever in together.
And this was in high school. This was later on in high school. We all promised that we would talk about the best class that we were ever in.
Best class that ever was, really.
Yeah. It's just a genius class all around.
And to preface, life activities are, by definition, activities you can do all your life.
Yeah.
All your life, meaning old people can do. That's really what it means, but basically. They weren't going to say that.
We have to censor. Well, at this point, it doesn't matter, right?
No.
Oh, well.
Oh, fine.
But it's, genius class that involved all sorts of sports that everybody plays, such as disc golf.
Disc golf, bowling.
That's it. Golf. We did normal golf.
Tennis. We did tennis.
It blends together because I did it for a whole year. I did life activities.
Yeah, I remember doing it.
I don't think we did golf with.
Not with Abram?
And
no,
Gabe.
because you have to censor that name.
Oh, no, we can talk about
No, that's
Gabe.
just Gabe.
That's Gabe.
That's just
we
Gabe. That's
could,
just a name.
I have to leave the channel if we can't say Gabe's name. I mean, no, we'll never say his last name.
I don't know his last name. I just know him as Gabe.
Right. I couldn't tell
Are
you.
you sure that we can talk about him?
Oh,
Yes.
Gabe, of course.
Absolutely.
He's never... Well, even if he does watch it, he'll appreciate the
fact
fame,
that he's being
really.
mentioned.
Yeah, because he fucking asked for it, as far as I'm concerned. We put up with a lot of shit from him, alright? You know, like, at the very least, we can mention just his first name with no last name.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be damned if I can't talk about Gabe. He was a gem.
We should really just start from the beginning.
What I can't do, and that I want to do, is show you a picture of him. I won't do that.
No, absolutely not. No,
But
I cannot.
He's awesome. He was something special.
Yeah,
he really brought us together.
He's an OG. He really was.
So here's kind of how my experience started. Is that last semester of high school for me? Because it was
last year.
It was
2 semesters a year, right?
Well, it was my last semester because I graduated a semester early.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it was my last semester, and I walk into the life activities class, which I heard was super fun.
Which I heard great things about.
I really heard great things about it from my sister, and I was like, oh, cool, like I'll do it. And Kyle was in there, and I was like, oh, cool, Kyle, like I know Kyle, and we'll just hang out.
Yeah.
And then we're doing like introductions.
I was so happy to see Abram because I saw no one.
Yeah, well, and then we did like these introduction papers and stuff, and then this kid stood up and introduced himself, and he's like, "Hi, my name is Caden. I love Rick and Morty. Get Swifty."
Hey, let's not say his name and embarrass him. Okay.
Is that what he said?
Yes, I remember
that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
He said, I love
It's
Rick and Morty.
cringy,
Get
it's
Swifty.
Yeah.
So
You're asking to get just
bullied.
judged hardcore. Yeah.
I'm asking to get bullied.
Yeah, basically.
Well, because I remember you saying something to me. You're just like, I fucking know that kid.
Yeah, because me and Kyle had met at this church camp called Helaman's Camp, which is a whole other.
It sucks, fucking asshole.
Maybe that's next episode.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. We'll get into that later.
So yeah,
Our meeting was awesome also, because my meeting of Caden was me fucking him in the ass by stealing all of his shit in poker.
Well, we'll talk about that Helaman's Camp next episode, but I feel like...
I didn't even fuck him, he just was an idiot. He just
idiot.
handed me all of his starbursts.
So yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, first day, I just transferred schools. Knew no one in this class, and then I turn around to see Kyle, a guy I barely knew from the camp.
I wouldn't even be surprised if you didn't even really remember much until I reminded you.
I remembered you from that. I remembered you. You were like, I remember you as a guy from the camp.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And then we had to get into groups, and Kyle was like, well, why don't you come join our group? Because it needed to be like a 4-person
Yeah, it was a
group.
4-person
Had
group.
to be 4 at least, and
Yeah,
we
it
were
was
the
4
only
at least.
group of...
With 4 people on the dot, because
Right, which
we were
if you
kind
guys
of like,
do the math means there's one other person.
yeah, there was one other person in that group that we needed, because Kyle and I certainly couldn't play wiffle ball alone.
I was happy to have Caden in our group, and I'm glad we did.
Oh yeah,
And I'm ultra glad of the other guy that was in our group.
oh
So, there's a kid in my
yeah, you described
ward boundary, which is a thing in Utah where
Ward-
when you split up in... So, in the LDS church, you have wards, which are just like little groups.
sanctions. You're basically
Yeah.
it's gerrymandering.
Yeah, it's some
Church
bullshit.
districts.
And they all do bullshit to get their friends in there. Like, the bishops will gerrymander the shit out of those districts.
Oh yeah.
And it makes doing fast offerings all the hell, all way
Yeah,
harder.
and fast offerings are something that you just knock door to door and ask for money for the church.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I had to do it my whole life. Well, from what, 12 to 16. I wanted
Yeah.
to end myself. Like, I just wanted to end myself. Anyway, so this kid Gabe, he lived in in the boundary.
Yeah, in the ward.
Yeah, but he wasn't really LDS. But like the church
Well,
always
let's hope
does.
not.
Well, like the
He did
church
a
always does.
Did a really shitty job if he was.
Like the church always does, they try to get anyone who's not LDS, especially youth.
And gave them shame cookies.
Yeah, and do anything they can to make them come to stuff.
Yeah.
And so I knew Gabe from him coming to certain things. And I'll say that like 10 to 20 minutes of him was quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But life activities was
A
about
90-minute
an hour.
class, yeah.
It was
And I don't think any of us
knows the exact minutes.
I don't
Oh,
think,
because I had to suffer 90 minutes every other fucking day with the kid.
I don't think any of us realized that we were going to be in a group with this kid.
No,
They didn't
because
know him.
because here's the thing. We all had our groups picked out, and there were like groups of like 5, groups of 6, like all the popular hot kids and all that stuff, like cheerleaders and jocks and all that stuff. And then it was just us 3. And then Gabe was sitting next to the teacher.
He was
And-
alone,
and
and
she
I was
was-
like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I
and so
know
she was
Gabe.
like, just go over there. Group of 3.
I was like, Gabe, I know Gabe, he's funny. And you guys were like, he already looks a little, and I was like,
Yeah.
give him a chance. We gave him
several.
so many goddamn
Jesus.
chances, and he kept just shitting on our chances.
One of the earliest stories I remember of Gabe is when we went to go bowling, and I don't know how we got on the conversation, but Gabe had told us that he had had
This was.
hotel
Yeah, no,
room in
wait,
Vegas.
hold on.
Wait,
Yeah.
we didn't
You know, real
really
quick.
describe-
We were on the bus.
Yeah,
going to the bowling alley, and we
Yeah.
were just sitting in the back of the bus, just talking
Yeah.
about whatever, and he proceeds to you say it.
to tell us that he had sex in Vegas in a hotel room
With a prostitute.
with a prostitute. That's the key story.
Yeah, he said
and,
all
and,
those
and,
things.
and he was what? He was 15, 16 at the time? Yeah.
Oh, 15. He
Yeah,
was
15,
15.
15.
was
So
popcorn.
he illegally had sex with a prostitute in a hotel in Vegas.
Yeah, he admitted that to us. It
Not
was
only
really-
is the profession illegal, but he also broke the law just from underage sex in general. Unless he's saying he slept with it was an underage prostitute,
Which is also even more illegal.
He's even more illegal. Yeah.
But
Well, yeah. Oh, and to clarify, so Gabe's shittiness came from him. Not he wasn't like how do I say this? He was really outspoken.
yeah.
Very.
He wasn't like. He just didn't really understand what was coming out of his mouth, and he would just say shit that comes to his head. Like, I fucked a prostitute in Vegas. And so on the bus, we kind of pressed him.
And here's the thing
what
too.
fuck he
Here's the
was
thing
talking
too
about.
is that typically conversations like that usually come up after
Yeah.
a while of talking. It was only like a 5-minute drive to the bowling alley, and we weren't even talking that day. We were just kind of being quiet. It was the first class of the day, and we were just kind of talking. We were just like little small talk, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Gabe just opens his mouth and is just like, "Yeah, so I had sex with a prostitute in Vegas one time," and all of us just look at him and go, What the
And not even just us three, but everyone in the bus.
Yeah, because he was so goddamn loud about it.
Well, he was loud about it, and everybody was like, "No, you did not."
Yeah, and so we had the beautiful opportunity. I want to go back so bad and just relive this moment where I start to press him for details and his story.
Well, we all kind of press him. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, because we're all like, "No, you
didn't, Gabe."
Because Gabe,
Yeah.
this is gonna sound maybe a bit rude, was not much of a ladies' man. Even if he paid for a prostitute.
If he paid for a prostitute, then that's their job, and that's like, that might be a sad line of work at that point.
I'll put it like this: if I was a
God.
prostitute and Gabe paid me, I think I'd give the money back and walk away.
Oh God!
Oh god.
A guy that looks like Gabe, not like I don't want to get into like personal details about him, but not a good-looking guy. Had a really weird hairstyle.
He went
And
for a bold
off-putting.
look that I think some people may have thought was something nice.
That's nice. way
I
to put
have
it.
never met a person who like that, but they might exist.
Mm-hmm.
People like the hair. But yeah, it didn't quite. His story didn't really. There's a lot of missing holes. So the first one we asked him was, "Well, okay, Gabe. So you had a sex with a prostitute in Vegas,
In a hotel room.
In a hotel room. How the fuck did you
Pay for that.
Pay for a hotel room and stay in a hotel room
With a prostitute.
with a prostitute, and you didn't miss a day at school? Like we haven't missed you at all. You were here Friday." And he goes, "Oh well, it was actually in a parking garage."
Okay, that
I was
doesn't.
like, okay,
Okay,
interesting little shift there.
Doesn't
I mean,
answer
I'm
the
no
question.
genius, but I don't usually mistake a parking garage for a hotel.
No, to the blind eye, those things are similar.
to Gabe's eye, apparently.
Yeah.
so.
apparently.
To a horny guy, it could.
Yeah.
Like a hotel room, parking garage. Who
Yeah,
cares?
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you're having sex, you're having sex. You know what I'm saying?
So then he goes. Then we're like, and also, Gabe, how the fuck did a prostitute agree
To having sex with a
to having
15-year-old
sex
kid.
with a 15-year-old kid because it's illegal, and also prostitutes are legal? And how the fuck did you make that happen? And he was like, "Well, we didn't really have sex." I said, "Okay, well that I would believe that makes sense, except for that you just fucking said that you had sex, just five goddamn
Yeah.
seconds before Gabe. So
Yeah.
so tell me what actually goddamn happened." And he said, "Oh, might be," and I was like, "Oh no, it's fine, Gabe. I understand your
we
mistake.
just want
We just want to know what the fuck
I just want to
happened."
understand, you know,
Yeah,
our
and
And
friends.
so I kid you not, he said, "Oh, no, I didn't have sex with a prostitute in a parking garage. I just made out with a girl I met in Vegas." Which, I was like, okay, fucking Gabe, though. That's already miles away from what you told us earlier. And also, not quite towards the truth, I almost feel. I almost feel like there's a little something else you're embellishing. And after a little more pressing and going, sorry, you met a girl...
Go to the left, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
That
Close
door.
the door?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it was there. Thank you.
We're like, so after you met a girl and you made out, and who is this girl, and do you, like, still have her number or something?
Well,
And
no.
after we pressed him a little more,
Yeah.
we found out, really, that the story, instead of Gabe fucked a prostitute in a hotel, was that
It eventually whittled down to...
maybe Gabe fucking went to Vegas, maybe, for a day or two. He might have just gone. And
Or-
did
and
jack
ju-
shit because he had
or jerked
no
off.
evidence of anything.
Or jerked off.
Yeah, at the end he was like, "Alright, well I went to Vegas." And we're like, "No you fucking didn't." No you didn't.
Well, and that was the biggest thing with him that I felt, is I'm like...
Full on
Well, yeah, anytime he told us any sort of story, I'm like, who can believe you because you embellish all of these lies within your stories? Like, there's just no way to believe anything that comes out of your mouth. It's like, well, dude, you gotta believe me. No!
And the way he said it, too, he didn't say elegantly, like an elegant lie. He was like, well, no, I did it.
No, yeah, it wasn't like some sort of like, Machiavellian shit.
No.
It wasn't a charmer. Like
No, it wasn't just
he
like
stuttered.
Well,
all
I
the
noticed
time.
I noticed that the cookies were missing from the cookie jar. No, it was like, well, I think like no.
I totally had sex with a prostitute, dude. I did.
But okay, it wasn't a
Okay, no, it wasn't. No, just watch it.
There it is, Gabe.
There it is.
That's what I was
It's
wanting.
like, no, guys, you gotta believe me. No, you just contradicted yourself.
Yeah, bingo.
Oh fuck!
You can't just go back on your word like that.
I
mean,
miss
that's
him
like
so badly though.
no, but then continuing on with certain shit. We went bowling with the kid.
Yeah, we went bowling.
Yeah,
And,
he was in our group.
Could you play the recording or no?
I could find it.
Yeah. Well, find the recording because that shit's gold. I mean, if you want, you could just send it to me and I'll play it through the. Actually, no, this will be easier. Just play it through the mic.
Yeah, just give me a second. Let me. Yeah, so December the 12th of 2017. This is when this is when this was.
Oh, wait, we gotta explain it first.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Gabe,
you have to explain the way he threw with the ball.
doesn't
Know how to
how to
bowl.
fucking bowl.
And we tried multiple times.
I mean,
To teach him.
None of us three were any great
No.
at
We're
it,
not great.
but we weren't shit. Not to say that Gabe was shit at bowling, but he didn't really ever hit pins.
Ever.
Which, yeah.
Because this is what
Because
he
the ball
did.
kept going in the, I don't know, the goddamn gutter.
Yeah, so he put his fingers in the hole like you naturally should with a bowling ball.
Right.
Put his arm back like you should with a bowling ball.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to twist his wrist while his hand was cocked back, and then threw the ball and continued to twist his arm in
flung
like a
it.
45-degree angle,
Yeah.
and then let go of the ball as his fingers were still twisting around like Elsa doing her goddamn ice magic.
Well, his hand would come out, and once it hit like about a foot in front of his body, he just let it dead fish.
Yeah,
and he just like
there was
he
no
just told
there was no
the ball to
follow
go fuck itself
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time he let
It's
it
like
go.
in baseball when they always tell you make sure you follow through your bat swing. There was no follow through.
No,
No.
there was
No, it was
there's
just
no pointing.
Yeah,
at where
it was
you
just
wanted
like
to go.
back and
Yeah, just back and let go.
yeah, and
it always went
every
directly.
time. No, and this is what amazed me with him is that every time he missed, it always became, oh God, guys! And we're like, are you surprised?
You're breaking your wrist every single time you throw the ball.
I mean, Gabe, if you pointed where you want the ball to go, it would fucking follow your hand. You keep dead fishing it at the end.
He's like, God, guys, you can't fucking do it!
No shit.
And usually, when he did it, it was a nice, beautiful
Frick!
hit. Yeah, the ball would hit the floor.
Yeah.
Boom. Frick.
Frick!
And this one
And we're
time,
not censoring, by the way.
No, he said frick.
Yeah.
And
Frick!
then this one time we recorded, this is what he fucking said.
Yeah.
This is the sound of the beautiful noise.
Yeah, so this is from my phone, and this is him. This is the recording that I made because I said to Kyle before he bowled, before it was his turn. Because again, you were in a goddamn group with him the entire semester.
Yeah,
couldn't change.
We were stuck with him.
We actually, I do remember we did ask the teacher at some point. We were like, can we change?
Can we do a change of the groups?
And she's like, no. And the funny thing is, I feel like the teacher even knew that
she
Gabe was
did.
full of shit.
You know, I know, because we would say things like, "No, you like." We would say
call him out. We'd
he
like
said
full on
bullshit.
call him out.
He said bullshit, and we would be like, "No,"
And we saw the teacher chuckling.
yeah, she would be like, "Yep." It's because Gabe's a liar. He kept lying about shit, and we called him out, and the teacher was like, yeah, he definitely didn't fuck a prostitute in a hotel room, that's for sure."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so she was on our side constantly.
Well, my favorite is just real quick before I play the recording. There was a moment in which we played golf, and
Okay.
was
Normal golf or disc golf?
No, normal golf. Like we were shooting like golf balls.
Oh, right.
Oh, you just got your ass handed to you.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Yeah.
No, anyway, we were playing golf, all four of us. Again, another field trip that we went to. We went to a golf course.
Right.
And there was a sandwich shop in the lodge. and we were all
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
starving. And so me, Kaden, and Kyle all decided to go inside the sandwich shop to get breakfast, like a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
Leaving Gabe all alone to just shoot golf balls. Mm-hmm. And our teacher was looking above, like the balcony where the sandwich shop was, and was just like, "Are you guys almost done?" We're like, "They're taking forever with our sandwiches," which was the truth.
Yeah.
But also, we didn't want to play golf with Gabe.
It was a win-win.
And the thing is,
It was a win-win.
And the thing is, she was really cool about it. She's like, "Okay, cool."
Oh, she knew exactly.
Yeah, she knew exactly why we didn't want to.
Yeah,
And Gabe was like, "Frick, guys, like, why?" And I'm like, "Gabe, if anything, you're getting more practice.
If anything, you can be happy that we're letting you swing some, right? while we eat.
Yeah,
right?
while we get some nourishment.
Detox,
Yeah.
from the month and a half we've spent with you playing.
By the way, that was one of
volleyball.
the best goddamn breakfast sandwiches I've ever had.
Oh hell yeah! That
I
place-
love
it's
that
Ernie's.
shit.
It's called Ernie's.
Yeah, it's called Ernie's. They're fucking great. Anyway, that was one of my favorite moments with that. Just like,
Well, it just proves that we're not like
crazy.
Yeah,
we weren't
no.
crazy about it. Because
This
like
dude-
even when like other people around us would like look at our team, like play volleyball or any shit like that, they would look at us and go,
we're sorry.
yeah, they would be sorry for us and like,
Because
okay,
they know-
okay, we're going against Kyle, Kate, we're going against the 3 guys. What about me and Gabe?
And Gabe, yeah. And
We're going against the 3 horsemen and Gabe. All right, here we go.
Anyway, yeah, play the goddamn
Okay, yeah,
recording.
this is the recording.
This is Gabe bowling.
Yeah, this is Gabe bowling.
Jesus.
Gabe bowling.
And at the end, you can hear him go, "Oh yeah!"
No, he was yelling at me. He's like, "Oh, Abram!"
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
okay.
that was. Well, and it's beautiful too because you can hear Kyle laughing in the background. Just be quiet for a second.
yeah.
Gabe bowling.
There's so many beautiful parts to that recording.
I missed that years. So
Yeah, you just hear
bad.
the bowling alley. So we established that we're in a bowling alley.
Yeah.
You hear me premise who it is that's bowling, and then you hear the boom of the bowling ball, and then fuck, and then Kyle
with
proceeding.
the teacher like 20 feet behind us, which is why I was laughing my ass off because he just didn't care at that point, and she didn't care either. Their relationship was like they just ignored that each other existed. Just bold. Fuck! She's like, fuck! He's just a nuisance. Like, we're just gonna have to. He's just a liability at this point. We're just gonna pretend he doesn't exist, and I'll continue giving everyone else the grades they need so they can feel proud of themselves.
Just him laughing. Just
Oh
him
my
laughing,
God.
and then him yelling at me, realizing that like I'm right behind him. Like, oh, Abram!
Yeah. Goddamn, Gabe. So outspoken.
Well, and then another one of my favorite things with Gabe too is the fact that, during bowling when he would actually, there actually came a time during the semester because we played bowling for most of like the winter semester
Yeah.
where he would do well.
Oh, there's times where he wouldn't be as bad, yeah.
Yeah.
He would get on
Yeah,
a hot
he-
streak and then he'd
But
try.
the problem was is that he would do well and then proceed to
it was funny to me.
yeah, how would you describe it, Kyle?
He was being an asshole.
So
He'd get on a hot streak, and then he'd be like, "Oh, you guys get my level."
Yeah, you'll get it next time. You'll totally get
get
it.
it.
Which just pissed me off even more because I'm like, fuck you, Gabe.
It was the funniest shit on the planet because so like just the quickest 180 I've ever seen a guy turn. Like from going to just fuck, oh I missed, to making it and then maybe Abram or Caden missing it. Or
Yeah,
even
like
me missing
once
it.
or twice
And
a game.
Gabe would be like, hey, that's
Oh,
okay.
It's okay. You'll get it next
you'll
time.
get it next time,
But
man.
as soon as we made fun of him, we're just like, well, that's the 3rd gutter ball in a row for Gabe. Fuck you guys, man. Fuck you guys. And then just like all of a sudden, like, oh, you'll get it. You'll get it next time. You'll get it next time. Fuck you, Gabe.
Yeah.
Although, oh god,
Like, it just didn't make any logical sense in any way, shape, or form. And then there's a time that we fucking played volleyball, and we mentioned it like very briefly, but like it was us three and Gabe
against like a team of 7, which I don't know if you guys know how volleyball works, but the more people you have on that side, it's likely
harder
the
to
ball
penetrate.
is not gonna hit the floor. Yeah. So,
but needless to say, though, we were a pretty strong-ass team for, like, a team of 3. And
I think if Gabe was gone, we'd actually win quite a few games.
Yeah.
The
problem
we still won. We got to the finals of the Grand.
Oh, no, we did. Yeah, we
tournament.
did. Like, we got to the 4. Us 3 and Gabe were the best threesome and Gabe in the entire school, in my opinion.
And Gabe just didn't suck. He would fuck us up.
No,
Yeah.
that was the thing. Like, and the team, that was the fucking reason we lost, was because the team started knowing this, and they deliberately passed it to Gabe. And he would just stand there.
And remember how we mentioned before? Yeah,
arms.
remember how we mentioned before that he would like fish arm things?
He fish armed the shit out of this ball.
Yeah, and with people knowing volleyball stands, you're supposed to keep those locked arms to hit the ball, or anything. Like set the ball at least. Like use both of your hands or something to lift the ball
some
up.
goddamn effort. At least put it up enough so one of us can save your ass, Gabe.
The problem is, I'm not a great volleyball player, but I understand like the teamwork that's involved in it.
Just instead of fundamentals.
Yeah, just keep it up and let somebody, you know.
And like.
All you need is one good player, and then you just have to keep it up. And
Yeah, you just have to keep it up and let them just spike it.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing to do. But it was I think usually, I mean we usually switched in the back, but it was like you two in the front, me in the back with Gabe.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Gabe, listen to me, Gabe. Listen to me. They're gonna try to pass the ball to the back. Let me get it. And he's like, well, no, man. Like, I got it this time. I got it this time, man. I totally got it. I'm like, okay, you say that.
Well, that's the thing. We did, and I always wanted to give him so many chances because I don't want to fuck him over because I don't want to be that person to be like, no, Gabe, you're not playing.
Oh yeah,
and we let him. That's the thing. We let him play, and just he refused to even try. And we're like, Gabe, I swear to God. Just fucking.
Well, and then he would blame us. He was like, "Well, that was just a bad. But you guys didn't get my pass." You're like, you literally just the ball, and it went 2 inches off of your palm, Gabe.
I can't even remember what you said in one of the classes, but I remember dying laughing. It was just like, fucking Gabe. Like,
did I say that?
Out, I think so, or something like it. I was just like. Oh my God! It really is though. It's like we have yet to be able to fuck up because Gabe fucks up for us.
Yeah,
like,
and that was the incredible thing because we were
fine.
We were a flawless team.
And, like if Gabe was gone, for sure we would fuck up because we're not flawless by any means.
It's a 3-person team.
What was even more
into
incredible is that against a team of 7, and I even saw the teacher look at us and like nod in approval and like, holy shit, like they did it.
Yeah, this team is all the jocks in the class.
Yeah, like all the jocks and all the cheerleaders that are just boning their assholes every week. Yeah. But like it was us 3 fools and Gabe.
There weren't that many jocks or cheerleaders in our class.
Not too many, but enough to make a team.
There was like only one.
Enough to make a good team.
Yeah, enough to make a good team.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they were.
7?
I mean, I don't name.
There were a
name
few.
Names, but
I don't know the names of them.
I didn't think there was really any. There was a few kids who were like good at basketball. That's what I remember.
There was like even just being somewhat athletic gives you a significant advantage in volleyball.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, but it was a point in which I thought they had boned us pretty hard, and Kyle was a good like anytime someone spiked the ball, Kyle was always a good person to like get that shit back into the air.
Right.
And so we got that into the air, and it like went all the way back to like the back of the field. I don't know what you call that.
The court.
The back of the court. And so then I proceeded to smack that shit, like I set it up really far out, back to the net, and Kaden just spiked that shit, and we got our point.
Yeah.
Gabe did nothing, but I remember the teacher just looking over at us from across the goddamn basketball court which we were playing at, and just being like, holy shit, they pulled that off.
Barely. I mean, I don't want to suck our own dicks, we still lost big time, because we're not great at volleyball. But
I remember we held our own though.
We did. But I mean,
yeah, I played volleyball for like 4 years before I was in high school. But like, that was it. That was like 4 years of being like a bench warmer for an AAU team. You know, like no.
Were you a bench warmer? That's a yeah.
No. At the beginning, I was.
Oh, okay.
I ended up starting by the end of the season.
Man,
Then I stopped playing volleyball because I'm a 5'7" white dude that can't jump.
Oh yeah, Caden was going to be an NBA player until a certain age.
Until he became 5'7" and white.
Well, until his mom told him that it's just not going to happen.
No, it was my 4th grade teacher that told me that.
Oh really? Well, then you went home. Didn't you go home though, and you told your mom, and she was like, "Yeah."
My mom was definitely not sympathetic.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But I blame it on the teacher. Oh, is Cloud dead?
For ruining your dream?
I don't think she ruined my dream necessarily. I think learning about basketball more and being like, LeBron James is 6'7", and he's not. He's far from the tallest guy in the league. I'm so boned. Like my projections was like I was 6 foot. That was
like that's what you were going to be.
We got that's episode, baby.
Oh, that's episode. Well, thank you for joining us talking about Gabe. We'll see what we can do about this giant crab warden.
Yeah, I don't know.
God,
I don't even know what's going on, frankly. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, bye.
Hugs and kisses, holding hands when nights alone. And in the fall.